Hello?
Yeah,
Is
hello?
this
Testing?
testing? Bueno? 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
This is weird. Welcome to a brand new episode of In Out Delete. We're dusting off the mics and we're back, people.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
It has been a few months.
You have gray hair now, Gio.
I already had gray hair. Yeah, we're back from our a little hiatus. We had to get, we had to recharge the batteries a bit. So, welcome back.
Think about it. We actually passed our 3-year anniversary, right? April.
Wow.
Hurrah for us!
Yay! We don't have a soundbite for that.
Do we have a
Yeah, we do.
soundbite of?
There you go.
Do we have a soundbite?
It's been that long, you forgot.
Who's the guy that plays Lightning McQueen?
Owen
Wilson?
Wow.
Wow.
Gino could do the voice, but Gino's not here.
Dang, we've got 2 absentees.
Yeah, 3 years, and you think about it, it's a weekly show. And yeah, we took some weeks off here and there, but for the most part, we kept up with it. So that's 3 straight years of weekly shows. That's a lot.
A lot of movies were watched in that time.
Yeah. We took a little hiatus, but we still kept watching movies. We just didn't talk about them. So this show, we're going to round up what we watched in April and in May.
Yeah. So, what we missed, what we haven't talked about. Before we get there, I am Gio.
I am Robert.
I'm Erika.
Ricardo's out celebrating his birthday, and Gino is feeling under the weather today. So it'll just be the 3 of us. So this episode, we're going to keep it very kind of loose and a little off our format a bit. We're just going to kind of, talk about what we saw and, keep it very, very conversational, really.
Yeah.
So
You want to kick it off?
you kick it off, sir.
Yeah. So in April, I pretty much watched almost every new release, mostly. And the first one, going all the way back, it was Ambulance. At least that's how it was in the poster, right?
Yeah,
or Ambulance, right?
That masterpiece.
And it's funny because
like
when it came out, I was so hyped for, because I'm a big Michael Bay fan. It's directed by Michael Bay, right? And it was his comeback, no more Transformers movies. Let's get back to the down and gritty, action movies.
Just regular explosions.
Yeah, so I was
instead of robotic explosions.
So I was fully hyped, and I saw it, and now I have to recall it because
it's been
to
so
be
long?
honest, I kind of forgot about it. It wasn't that good.
So that means it's
wait. Just let me. I'm trying to remember. Damn, what did I feel about this movie? To be honest, I'll go in because I do remember enjoying it.
Huh?
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
But it's with
Yeah. So if you don't know, it's about
it's on the curve.
It's about these 2 brothers played by Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
It's a fun name.
Yeah. One of them's strapped for cash and needs money, and the other one just happens to be a bank robber. So he goes to him and is like, hey, I'm about to rob this bank. I could give you the money you need if you help me. So they go rob a bank. Of course, things go wrong, and they have to steal an ambulance to get away from the cops. But the ambulance has a cop that they shot in it and a paramedic. And they just drive around LA.
That old story.
Yeah,
Why don't
it's
they
one of the
dump the
7
cop?
stories. Yeah, because he's dying.
So
Because it also helps them because the cops chasing him won't dare crash them or shoot them.
Oh, okay.
So they use him as cover, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So the premise is actually, I remember when I saw the trailer, it was actually pretty cool. I was like, wow, that's such a neat idea, right?
It looked very, very Michael Bay.
Yes, it was.
It was nothing but explosions. That trailer was nothing but explosions.
And I was expecting that, right? Michael Bay, the only thing he can do good is explosions and chase scenes and all that.
That's his MO.
So I was kind of just expecting, okay, I'm just going to see a spectacle of explosions, right? No story, no character. And what surprised me was it had a decent script. And I was like, wow. This is actually, and the characters were good. Jake Gyllenhaal was good. The other guy was good. They had good chemistry. There was a lot of humor in it. There was a lot of jokes. And I was like, wow, this is very entertaining. But here's the problem the script was so good, relatively speaking, so good that I was like, I wish somebody else other than Michael Bay would have done this because he's so focused on just action stuff that the characters don't have time to breathe. And it's bro, chill out. Tell your editor to hold on to a shot for more than 0.5 seconds, because you would have these cool long sweeping drone shots, and every every second or two, it would be intercut with like a shaky cam shot. I was like, well, why even bother doing a drone shot if you're just gonna like intercut like a shaky cam shot? But and that's a problem, right? And I think that's what held it back from being like a really good movie, aside from just being something okay, was Michael Bay. And it's weird to say because I got what I wanted, but I think the script and the story were so good that it was kind of like, oh, well, he was the wrong choice for that. And
who wrote the script?
I don't know, but here's what disappointed me. So I was watching it, right, and I was like, wow, it feels so cool to have like an action movie that's fresh, that's original, right? It's an original story. It's not a comic book. It's not a fucking, I don't know what, right? And then I come to find out it's a remake of,
I was gonna say
of a Norwegian film.
Oh, I was gonna say Chinese.
And I was like, when like the one thing it had going for it was originality, right? And so now that went out the window. So I was like, now you just have a generic like remake. What was cool about it is that it's set in LA, right?
Uh-huh.
And at one point they go into East LA. And that's where all the Mexicans live.
Wait. Did they turn on the filter?
Oh yeah.
Did they turn on the brown filter so it's like all orange? Yeah.
They even make a joke about it. They're like, people live in East LA. Like, yeah, bro, there's like 1 million of us here and shit. And all the Mexicans are cartel members, which is just the way I like them. So I was like, yes, this is the
you like
these are the Mexicans that I want to see.
What was the movie that you liked?
The Chicano or
that
something?
one.
Yeah. So that was fun. I mean, they were all cartoons, but I don't know. It was entertaining, but it was also disappointing because had it been in the hands of like somebody a little bit more skilled, like it would have been something really, really good.
Okay, but then that technically there is.
Yeah,
if you watch the original.
Did you watch the original?
True. Yeah, and I didn't.
I was gonna say, I was like, there could be if you watch the original, like, because I'm pretty sure.
True.
It might have been
right.
like a lower budget, so they probably wouldn't have many explosions.
Yeah.
It might have been a little bit more story focused as opposed to just like Michael Bay explosion focused.
And the lower budget makes sense because it's a really it's a tight thriller because it mostly all takes place in the ambulance, right? So you don't need like. I mean, yeah, there's a lot.
It's all the ethical dilemma.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good stuff in it. It's just again disappointed that it was in the hands of like a man boy.
It's crazy that you say like it was like a good script because Ricardo was watching it and I started off watching it with him.
Yeah,
I was like, me, I don't like these things, but I'm like trying to hold on, But like I was just like,
couldn't?
Fuck, what is this? And I left. Like I just couldn't.
But what couldn't hold
it's
you?
just
was it the story or was just the fucking
the thing is that
style?
I think the style is so
Worn
distracting.
There
Like
you
I
go.
cannot pay attention to anything else. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
So it stands in its own way.
But the little bit of story that you were able to,
I didn't understand anything.
And when I say good script, I mean
I thought he was an ambulance driver, like an EMT. I legit thought that's what the story was.
well, there was an EMT in it.
Yeah, but I thought
Jake
whatever the
Gyllenhaal,
fuck his name is. Yeah, I thought that was him.
And when I say good script, look, it's not The Godfather, but it had a surprise. I've seen every Michael Bay film, and he just has like.
they're very popcorn movies.
Yeah, he just has
like,
like a pop-up book for a script. The fact that the character.
I just imagine the little tab with the explosions.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all the script. Like, but the fact that the characters had like they had jokes, they had humor, that and you cared a little bit about them. When I was like, wow, had this been in the hands of like Justin Lin, like the guy who does Fast and the Furious,
I know.
or
Aquaman.
or like Tony Scott, who's obviously dead now, but like somebody who could work with the characters, and that's just something that Michael Bay doesn't have, So, yeah. So you would be out, obviously.
I would delete it.
Yeah.
So America's
Deleted.
With all that being said, Gio, does anything I say kind of like make you want to watch the movie?
because I think it's available on stream now.
Oh yeah, it bombed at the box office.
Yeah, and I think it's available on like.
It's in Walmart. The $5 bins at Walmart now. That's how long it's been.
No, but I think it's on one of the ones that I might have. So
yeah,
if I'm bored one day, maybe
it's a decent Saturday night watch. I would tell you that. Grab some popcorn,
or maybe I'll look up the original one
or that. Yeah. All right, so those are my thoughts on Ambulance. You want to move on to the next movie? Gio, this is one of the few you saw. You want to introduce this one?
So this one is. Hold on, let me get some of the info out. Okay, so this one is Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is directed by Dan Kwan and Daniel Shainer.
Or Daniels, it says.
Or as they like to be known as the Daniels. Because they're both Dans. And it stars Michelle Yeoh.
Yep.
And Ki Hui Kwan.
Short Round.
Yeah, Short Round. He makes his acting return in this movie.
Yeah, after like 30 years. That's crazy.
And also Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Is in this.
What's it about, Gio?
It's a family that's battling to keep their laundromat. But in all that craziness of just fighting the IRS, they find out a way to be able to access your mind in different in the multiverse. So different versions of you in other universes, and able to tap into your abilities, as there's this evil entity that's trying to take over and take down the multiverse.
Every universe, yeah.
Thanos?
No.
That you?
It's Jobu Topaki.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tupac.
Yeah. So it's one of 2 multiverse movies that we're going to be talking about in this episode.
Though I think this one opened first.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Oh,
early April.
An
yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This one opened like 2 weeks or a month before.
The first week of April, I believe.
Yeah, because this one's like, it's fairly indie.
Yeah,
like
so it had a limited release.
Yeah,
and then it's been, well, we could get into this later, but it's been
it's
expanding.
Just been it's just been expanding and just staying around. And
what do you think of it?
I'll start off with I'm an In. I liked it. It's a little complex because there's a lot of jumping around between the whole multiverse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably like another watch to kind of like get like iron out
the details
and stuff. Yeah. But I really liked it. It's at the end of the day, it's about family and acceptance.
Family.
Yeah, it's family. Oh man, we need to get that.
I wish Gino was here.
I wish we had that as a little button too.
Yeah.
No, we gotta note that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like after like watching movies like Encanto and Turning Red. Yeah. Like this is the non-cartoony version of those movies.
Session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Or it's just like acceptance and
breaking cycles.
Yeah, breaking cycles. It's just like those regrets, like don't regret anything kind of thing. I think it is like those. Yeah, like it's just like the little things like make you who you are now and whatever. Like you see them as failures, but you think you're a failure, but like sometimes you need to step back and see that you're actually better than what you personally think about yourself. Like I'm pretty sure we're all at this table are kind of semi-introverted and kind of like self-deprecating because of that stuff, and it's kind of like it helps you to be like it shows you like don't you're actually better than what you kind of rate yourself.
Be you.
Yeah, it's okay to be you, and like you're better than what you kind of rate yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to be in the Rock universe. Yeah, it's very serene.
So take it away.
I'm super in on this movie. The trailer looked wild when I first saw it. I was like, oh, I'm there, and I thought I'd be more confused than I was because I can't keep up with movies. That's why I probably don't like superhero movies because it's too much information to take in all at once. But I mean, surprisingly, like I could follow the whole movie, and it is such a sweet movie. It is really about like acceptance, breaking cycles, like accepting even yourself, not just like other people. And it was so funny. Yeah. It was so funny. Like, and it just had all those moments. Like it went from like intense to funny. It was sweet, and the action scenes were cool. Oh my God. Yeah. Like at one point they start fighting with like dildos.
Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, it just, I don't know, dude. This movie was everything.
It literally,
so funny.
like the title of this movie is like
Everything.
it's as advertised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right, so obviously you could tell by some of my reactions that I'm also super in. I absolutely fucking love this movie. Like, again, I was hooked by the trailers. You know, I know there's a lot of talk of the multiverse with like Marvel and everything, but I honestly have always thought about like, you know, the wonders of the universe like that. I've always thought like I like to think that there's like for every decision you make, you know, exactly like the movie says, like you turn right and there's a universe where you turn left, you know, and stuff like that. So I've always thought like that, right? And to see a movie play it out like that so well, and to be like an action movie, a comedy, a drama, all in one, it was so good. It was such an emotional journey too, like with Michelle Yeoh as the mom, and then her thing with her daughter. It's just everything that. Look, I love sci-fi. I love action movies and stuff like that. And to see like a sci-fi movie, you know, mixed with action,
A dramedy.
yeah, to be done with like the care for the characters that it was, that's what I love about it. You know, because I love Marvel movies and all that, but they don't really, you know, their character work is not as strong, let's say. And to see something with like big set pieces and huge like sci-fi
scenes.
plots like that, but treated with the care for the characters that it was, that's what made me love it, you know? And it's the best multiverse movie I've seen this year. I'll say
Okay, this year. I was gonna say because Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse might want to.
I think it's better than that one too. I think it's better than that one too. And I think I know it's still early, but it's the best movie I've seen all year. I absolutely loved it.
It's a very good movie.
I'm trying to remember any other movies, but sure, why not?
You've seen like two. Yeah. But what's crazy is that, and I know I'm kind of jumping forward, and maybe we could do it next too, or just skip ahead. But this movie was made for like $40 million or something.
Let me see.
Which is a lot, but I mean a little bit compared to
yeah. Compared to
like 200 million for a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
and it looks like just on like an effects level, it looks way better. Like when they're jumping between universes and all that, it looks a million times better than anything. That you know that was in Doctor Strange, which is mind blowing. You know, not just on a character level. Yes, we know that this movie is way better than Doctor Strange, right? But like on an action level, you know, the set pieces that this had. You know, the choreography and the fights and all that. The visual effects were executed way better.
Yeah.
You know, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind.
I think this is like a testament to like the horror that Disneyfication is doing to movies, because all the fucking money that you pour into a stupid to me, but everyone loves it, right? But like some movie that exists already in how many iterations, who knows, right? Everybody knows it already, and they're just like, oh well, this time we're revealing who's in the next one. You know, it's all just about what's coming next. So the movie's not about the movie. And you know, it just goes to like the big giant people, right? I'm guessing that's where the money goes, and to promotion and shit. Oh, I guess that's not part of the budget, but it's just like, look at these people. They just made that movie, like, right? Like they got like the behind the scenes crew. I'm sure is not like Disney people. Like they have, I don't know, dude. Like they have someone who didn't work for. You guys said 30 years. I mean, but still, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm sure she was a big part of the budget, but it's like.
No, I was gonna say she's also in the Marvel universe.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
Who is she?
She was in Shang-Chi.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah,
that's insane, dude.
But it's just
like,
I don't know, man. I love this movie, and we talked about earlier how it's like a therapy session because it's about a mother. You know, it's funny that this because like you mentioned like Encanto and Coco, right? And that takes the point of view.
No, turning red,
right? But even that one you could throw in too. That takes the point of view of the kid, right?
Yeah.
And not wanting to break tradition, right? Go against their everything that's been taught. And this one has that too. Yeah. But it's funny that it takes the point of view of the mother. Yeah. Right. And seeing her story, you know, it was just as impactful as seeing like the younger generation's story. Yeah. And it was just like, I mean, I was in tears at the end.
Yeah.
And it was just so, I don't know, man. I can't say enough about this movie. It was so good. I loved it.
Go watch it.
I want to see it again and again. And I mentioned this earlier. It had a small rollout. It was like released like in like what 5 theaters when I first saw it, and then they kept releasing it, kept expanding it. I mean, and
because as like the buzz kind of kept got out
there,
there,
the word of mouth on it has been so good that usually movies they drop percentage, right, like week to week on what they make. This one actually has either stayed level or gone up, which is unheard of.
Good, it deserves
right?
it.
And it's been in theaters for 2 months now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yet every week it makes the same amount of money, or if not more.
Yeah.
Right? Which is just insane. And to me, that kind of word of mouth, that's like, something you only see like once in like 20 years.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's kind of how I got in, like, when to go watch the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Because I kept seeing everywhere, it was like, oh, it's really good or whatever. And I was like, I had just like a day off or whatever, and I was just like, I haven't been to the movies in a bit, and I keep hearing, that this movie's pretty good, and I was like, okay, let me go watch it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, like it's the balance of, like we kind of already mentioned, like of all the different genres this movie kind of falls into, because it's got like old school martial arts, type of movies, especially because they rely heavily. It's this movie breaks the fourth wall a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It literally talks to the audience, and it pulls in from the real life of Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah,
you see her actual career in this movie throughout her acting career. You see her. There's nods to like all her. I think from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon to Crazy Rich Asians. Like there's legitimately a shot of her walking the red carpet for Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, because in one multiverse, a part of the multiverse, in one universe, she's an actress and stuff that, like, it's the what if she didn't settle down and became an actress instead of having a family. It would have been kind of what we have Michelle Yeoh, like it's Michelle Yeoh's like actual kind of life or whatever.
And one thing I was gonna say really quick, because you and I, like America, we saw the trailer, we were sold, right? We were gonna go watch it, and it's an A24 movie. Yeah, and I love A24, but a lot of times A24 movies, you go watch and it's like a fucking apple on a desk for 2 hours, you know, and you're like, oh my god, you know.
What's it like the one that's gonna come out?
Symbolism,
the with the shell, with the shoes on or whatever it is, Shelly.
But this one, you know, I feel like this one was able to cater to both audiences, right?
Yeah.
The Apple loving ones and just like the mainstream ones, because they had it all. Yeah, so I think, I was gonna go see it anyways, but like it blew my mind at just how good it was on multiple levels.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? When because they wonder why, because the Michelle Yeoh that's like the main character, she has like she's not a martial artist, she's not an actor, she's a nobody basically. So the whole movie she's wondering why am I the important one? Why did you guys pick me? And then they tell her, like, you were so bad at everything, like you were literally nothing, and that's why like you're chosen, like because you have nothing to offer. And it's like I felt like the movie was talking to me.
You're like, one day I'll get to fight.
I was like, wait, maybe my laziness means something in the grand scheme of things. You know,
it kind of comes. Yeah, it's kind of like the jack of all trades but master of none. Like that kind of benefits. Yeah. Like you tried a little bit of everything.
That's why I'm a piece of shit.
But
you're just living in the rock universe. You know, it's you sit and contemplate it.
I like to think that because I am the way I am here in this universe, somewhere out there's
the good Robert
that's like fucking 6'2", fucking strong,
plays for the Lakers.
That's the comfort that the movie
first
gave.
Baseman for the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
That was the therapy session that I got.
That's hilarious.
All right, go watch this movie. Best movie of the year so far.
It's gonna get some awards.
I really hope it does. I really hope it doesn't get forgotten by some bullshit ass Nicole Kidman, historical drama that comes out later this year.
Heartbreak has been in a place like this.
All right.
She's gonna get nominated for that role. AMC's gonna submit it for like a short film. And she's gonna get it.
And I would vote for it.
You would vote for it.
Should we move on? Do you have one, America?
One you guys probably didn't watch. The Ancestral. Have you guys even heard of this?
Never even heard of it.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Well,
Enlighten us.
as you guys know, I live in Monterey Park now, so we've got the beautiful AMC with the Asian movies.
That's true.
And, this is 1 week between I've already seen the movies. What are we going to watch? All right, let's go watch The Ancestral. It's a horror movie from Vietnam about a family whose mother has just died by suicide. And so
That's never a good thing.
Yeah, so it's a father with 2 young daughters. One's a teenager, the other one's a little younger. And so they move after the death of their mother, they move to like a remote area. And they're kind of like living in like a temple type thing. It's like deserted, and they're like, like you get like what is the movie called? Turning Red. They live in like
Yeah, the family temple.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those. And the daughters start seeing something. And one of the daughters has had nightmares since the passing of her mom. And so they're kind of like dealing with her. It's a little scary there. But it's so convoluted because at some point we find out that they get a therapist for the daughter who has nightmares, and maybe she's falling for the dad, and the dad is falling for her, and so now the daughters don't like her.
Oh, the therapist.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, wait, where did this movie? Like this movie just took a weird turn.
I mean, it might, because like there was like so many like
I couldn't keep up with the.
scenes.
I was like, I couldn't keep up with the subtitles.
Yeah. So like at some point we find out that this therapist is like evil, and she's running some kind of psychological experiment, and their little temple thing is built on top of like an old hospital, and where she's doing these experiments, and then there's zombies, and then there's possessions, and then
it's that old story.
all kinds of nonsense. And it sucks so bad. Delete.
It's funny. I'm looking. I looked it up on IMDb. I'm looking at the screenshots. It looks pretty. I mean,
look, it was
visually wise,
scary.
Yeah.
Scary. They've got the person crawling, and it's dark, and they're in the corner, and they run at the screen. I was scared just because, like, it's just scary to me.
Scary cat.
But like the whole time, I'm watching behind like my popcorn, but I was just like, "Where's this going?" Like, it almost made me less scared. Not scared.
So
but
visually, it was
less
scary. It's just the story wasn't there to back it up.
There was. It was just bad.
Yeah, it does have a 4.7 on IMDb.
It should have a 1.2 or something. Like, it's just all over the place. And like, I'm sad because this theater has never disappointed me with the Asian selections, except for today.
Horror.
They can all be winners.
Because I watch a lot of stuff on Shudder. This would be something that'd be on Shudder. They pick up something that was like low budget. Probably made it into a few film festivals. And it was good enough to be shown in this theater, right? So I see a lot of this stuff, and it's so hard. Not even the foreign ones, even the ones that were made here. It's so hard because horror is really tailor made for low budget, right?
Yeah,
but
it's like they can make the most money because it's just like you can make it on a shoestring.
But recently, kind of because of that, there's been an explosion and stuff that gets picked up, like Shudder or whatever, and it I hate to say this, but it dilutes the quality. Yeah. Right. Because there's so much of it. It's so cheap. And the thing is, when these things hit, they don't even have to be big hits. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like the sea turtle analogy, right? Like sea turtles will have like 1 million babies because only so few of them will actually make it to the ocean.
Oh,
and that's how it is.
So
when they crawl.
I didn't know they just like fucking died.
Yeah. Well, they have so many. Because it ensures that some of them will survive.
So that's the real horror
Sometimes
story.
some of them get stepped on.
So that's you can use that analogy with horror movies, and like there's so many of them, and it's so hard to find the good ones. Thank you. All right, so I have one. It's called "The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent," and I'm pretty sure you guys saw the trailer for this.
Yes.
Gio?
I think I can honestly say I don't think I have.
You out of all people.
You're the guy who works with trailers.
Yeah, but I don't think
it's a movie about Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, is that the Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage?
Yes, Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. I just the name didn't click.
So yeah, Nicolas Cage plays a version of himself in the movie where he's like this washed up movie star, you know, and he gets hired by like this like rich dude.
Well, doesn't he technically play himself? Because isn't he Nicolas Cage in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's a little bit more
Like it's a
sad.
it's what everybody. It's the Nicolas Cage meme that everybody knows on the internet.
basically, yeah. They made the meme
into a movie.
Yeah. He gets hired by this rich dude to come to his birthday party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they really start to get along, but then it turns out that this rich dude is a drug dealer, and the CIA wants to take him down, so he has to help.
No.
So the premise is great. Like, I really love the trailer. I love Nicolas Cage. I grew up with his movies, so I was like really on board with this movie. I went to see it opening day, and I gotta say, here's the thing: I'm gonna be an in,
However,
but it's like a soft in. Because I feel like
if
the
Gino
movie
was here, he'd be like, "Get off the fucking fence!"
Yeah, because I feel like the movie was a layup, and that was kind of disappointing. Because it wasn't as good as it kind of thought it was, and what it should have been. Had a really clever premise, you know. They're taking advantage of how everybody loves Nicolas Cage now, and I feel like because of that, they didn't really do the legwork to actually flesh it out and make it into a better movie than what it should have been.
So it should have just been like more of a skit than a movie.
It kind of feels that way. And it's fine. It was very entertaining throughout. It's just I had such high expectations. So it's like, okay, you have a clever idea, right? So then that automatically raises your expectations. You think there's going to be you think they're going to do something clever with it. And the fact that they just kind of don't, it just kind of autopilots itself throughout the whole movie. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit disappointing. And I was like, I feel like they're just relying on the meme too much and not doing the hard work, you know, not actually telling a good story. And I'm going to talk myself out of that in now, and I'm going to be an out. No.
Oh, shit.
Look, I did enjoy it. It's just, it was disappointing given how much like I was looking forward to it. And also the editing was weird. And I don't just mean like, oh, it's the cup was in his left hand. No, I mean like there was stuff that was like, well, how did that happen? Like, you
just parts of
we
the
didn't
story.
see it.
They're like
Yeah,
they
it's
edited
they
parts
edited
of
it out.
They're like the reasoning of or just
like
the
all
story
of a
wise.
sudden a character is important. You're like, well,
when did that
saw
happen?
that character? But there's a lot of great stuff in it. If you're like a Nicolas Cage fan, you grew up with like Con Air, The Rock, and all that. There's all these Easter eggs, and me, I was like, oh my god, like, look at that. But yeah, just slightly disappointing. I'm being hard on it. That's with the out. But I did kind of enjoy my time.
Is it fun? Because like the trailer looks fun.
It is, but again, it's not like.
Is it just
should have been funner,
Oh,
cleverer? Okay. You know, it's like.
Is it just being like too obvious, or just like too on the nose? Like, hey, remember this? Like, it's this. Like,
it's like, hey, like we're talking about all the stuff that Twitter's talking about, you know, and it's like, well, you know, you gotta be a little bit more clever.
I didn't pay my taxes. I owe money to the government.
Yeah, it's like,
isn't that the actual premise? Doesn't he like take the gig because he needs to pay off his taxes?
I don't think it's necessarily taxes, but he needs the money.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine watch. If you watch it like like tonight, you know, you'll be thoroughly entertained, you know, and won't regret your life. But again, given the premise and how like cool it was, it just.
I was gonna say, quick question.
Yeah.
How much Superman is in that?
None.
Interesting.
Yeah. No.
Because that's I guess for licensing issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like that's a subject that, especially like kind of now and as after the, you know, the whole kind of Snyderverse thing happened. Like there was always like the leaks of.
Yeah, no, they don't get into that. But I mean, again, Pedro Pascal's good. They have like a cool like a funny bromance. You know, it's just not as good as it should have been.
Better story.
Yeah,
fleshed out
it's just
better.
I would say lazy script. That's what I'll say. It's fine, but just lazy. You got one, America?
Yes. Let's see. I'll go. Are we going in like chronological order?
Just
or are we
trying, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I think maybe Sonic
Okay, yeah.
might be. Yeah, I watched Sonic.
Sonic 2?
Yeah, Sonic 2.
Now available on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. I watched the first one expecting trash, and I actually like ended up loving it. So I went into this one really hopeful and then a little let down. It's not as good as the first one. Like, it's still funny. But to me, not as good as the first one.
Yeah, like I
You saw it?
no,
Oh.
because I wasn't here for when you guys reviewed it. And
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
like it was a like
Surprising.
it was surprisingly
Yeah.
everybody I think was in on that.
Yeah.
I watched. I think later on when I think it ended up on the streaming services. I don't think I was really able to get into it. Like I think I was just distracted. I never really kind of like didn't pay much attention to the movie. But yeah, this movie kind of I guess supposed to continue the Sonic
saga?
saga. Yeah, the Sonic saga.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's funny, like America. I was really surprised by the first one,
Mm-hmm.
but to be honest, I really only watched it because of the pod
Yeah.
and because we didn't have an episode on it. It just got, and April for us is kind of busy,
Yeah.
and it just kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I never really saw it. I wouldn't be opposed to watching though.
It's on
But-
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's like all right. It's
Yeah.
still funny. But it's just I think maybe because the first one caught us so off guard.
Yeah.
Maybe that it was just like, oh my god, it's amazing. And it's like,
Rapid fire.
All right, I got one. It's called The Northman.
Ooh.
Oh,
And this
I know
is-
why you want to go watch this one. Not just kidding.
Well, why?
Because of a bunch of naked dudes.
Yeah. This is directed
We
by.
wanted to see all their hammers,
This is directed.
or their long swords, their broad swords.
Oh yeah. Fucking need an IMAX screen to see the whole thing. So it's directed by Robert Eggers and it stars Alexander Skarsgård and Nicole Kidman, my favorite.
A woman whose face does not move.
Somehow,
It used to at one point. Now she can't go near a flame or else it'll melt.
And it's about like this Viking prince whose father gets murdered by his brother.
Lion King.
Yeah, Hamlet. And then he seeks out revenge later in life when he gets old and he's like
Yeah.
super buff.
There's like I can't wait to be
Yeah.
king.
He
If
gets
you've
sexy
seen,
and then,
yeah, that's like a song. Have you seen Robert Eggers' other movies? The Lighthouse.
I've seen the
Yeah,
Lighthouse, yes.
and The Witch.
No.
They're very like, they're very art house. Not for
Yeah.
everybody. I will say this is his most accessible film. I will say I'm in. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, to be honest, I enjoyed like all the stabbing and head chopping off stuff. I thought that was really cool. Just like the production design, like visually, I thought it was impressive. I will say though, Ethan Hawke and Nicole Kidman play the dude's parents, and they're supposed to be like Scandinavian or something.
Well, yeah, they're
yeah.
they're Vikings. So
Yeah,
they're like
but I don't
Norwegian.
know what school they went to like learn the
the
accents
school
because
of dropped
I
accents.
was like, what is happening here? Like they might have not been the best choices for those roles. But overall, I thought it was entertaining. And we mentioned Hamlet, we mentioned The Lion King, and apparently this is the story that inspired Hamlet. Because you'll see right away, it's like the brother kills the
Yeah.
dad, and then the son goes for revenge. And even the end, you remember The Lion King when they're fighting around the fire?
the fire?
It's like
Yes.
exactly the same thing, almost shot for shot Lion King.
They have a tree at one point in the
yeah,
sky or
yeah.
some shit.
It's another one that's like not as good as probably I was expecting it to be, given the trailer and given the director. But I think for me, it was good enough to enjoy. America, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an out. And I think that's being nice also. 'Cause Ricardo liked it more than I did.
Yeah.
And I was just like talking shit about it. And he's like, no, but like this. And I was like, no, I don't know. I think the whole story is like very rushed.
How long is the movie?
Long. I
Is
think
it?
it was
2.5
I think it was
hours,
like
maybe?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So it's a little long for I don't think it like really takes off for a while. I thought it was weird that okay, so like the dad who's the king guy gets murdered by his brother, right?
Mhm.
But the scene before he dies, he literally says to Nicole Kidman like, no, I have to die in battle. Like he's having an existential crisis about I didn't die in the battle I just came from. Like I'm going to be a loser if I don't die. cut to
It's
his
die
head
with honor.
Yeah, cut to his head being chopped off by his brother. Like literally the next scene. And then the kid who had just gone on like a trip with his dad, you know, like they did drugs and I guess he learned how to be a man or something. I don't fucking know.
So that's
it's
the
like-
moment where he takes him
it's
to the
very
top.
trippy.
He's like,
Yeah.
elephant graveyard over there. Don't go over there.
It's
Yeah,
literally the Lion King.
Yeah. So like they have the trip that's just like kind of weird, and then dad gets chopped up, and then he's like Papa, and he runs away.
The wildebeest.
Literally runs away. He fucking goes missing until he's 22 or something. When now he's buff and he's been adopted by another tribe, and now he's like a great fighter. Who the fuck knows? But just suddenly he's like this great fighter, and like I don't think that one trip when he was 11 was enough to actually teach him how to chop a head off. Can we maybe see his training? I don't know.
You want a Rocky
Like-
montage?
It's funny to that point. It's like it's really long, right?
Yeah.
But she just described it. It's like a couple quick scenes. His father gets killed. He runs away, and all of a sudden he's buff. Right? It's like a smash cut, right? And then very quickly he learns where
The
his
new
brother
king-
is,
Yeah. The new
and he
king
goes,
is like the
I'm
dude.
gonna go kill him."
Yeah.
So you get almost to the third act, almost in the first act. and,
for real.
And now you have to wait. And it's like
Then the next like third of the movie is like about him kind of getting into the circle of the king / Theo, kind of plotting his revenge, and then basically just playing house with Anya Taylor-Joy or whatever her name is. He falls in love with her, and we just learn that they love to have sex outside. And
you get to see your butt. too.
and then you do, yeah.
Do you remember the
Gino,
time
are
code,
you
or did you
listening?
take note of the time code?
Yeah.
Burned in his mind. Yeah, so I don't even remember. Does he kill the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, does he, like you said, he infiltrates, I guess, his uncle's.
Yeah, he
Does
Yeah.
he? But does he know that who he is? Or
No, so
No, the uncle doesn't
the uncle
recognize
doesn't know
it,
who he
no.
is, but so he decides this is how they extend the runtime. He's not just gonna kill him; he's gonna fuck with him. So he starts like playing games with him and she's like make him go crazy.
Yeah.
I will say the movie probably thinks it's like the Unbearable Weight one. It probably thinks it's a little bit better than what it is. Because you get this really cool like the introduction scene to where he's like buff. It's like this really long, like brutal scene, kind of like The
Oh, yeah.
Revenant. Remember The Revenant?
Nope.
No.
They're just pillaging a little.
They're just
little-
like they go to this little village and they just kill everybody.
yeah.
And it's like this
literally
really
everybody
like
and their dog.
really well executed technically, like long shot, like the action's cool. But yeah, the stories it's like really wafer thin, and that's why I mean like it thinks it's better than what it is because it has all this like weird image. We go back to that apple on the table, it's supposed to mean stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like, do we really need to see this stuff?
Yeah.
Because we know what it's about, we get it.
Yeah.
You're not really that deep. It's the Lion King. We've seen it. I got this when I was 5. You're not all
Yeah.
deep when the guys are like crawling around and howling.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god, that is so cringeworthy to me. Like,
Yeah.
why?
With those hyenas?
Well, you saw The Lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
You saw how like that was very like I don't know what do you call it, like art housey.
Good.
you
Yeah,
know?
everything was like just very tight. It was
impressionistic.
very-
like he sees like an elephant
very
on the
noir.
beach and that means
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
So
Symbolic.
this had a lot of that, but with a much simpler story where it's like, well, you don't really need that stuff, But I enjoyed it.
That's probably the director's. That's probably what he wanted, and then the rest is just like
I think
it's just probably a weird mashup between or a combination between I guess the director and the content.
yeah, because I think they did try to market this one to like a more general audience. Like I said, this is more accessible film, and nobody went to see it.
And the visuals to me didn't fit like the setting of the movie.
Yeah, because
It's very trippy, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, air quotes, like, and what the
Well,
fuck does that have to do with
it's-
Vikings?
It's,
Like,
it's usually what happens when you take like more of an art house director and give him a
But I think that style he's trying to force it onto this.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
story,
why,
and
like,
it doesn't
it's-
quite fit. That's I think the issue.
yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed getting.
It was
hits.
okay.
Yeah, I enjoy getting hits.
so it's much like
he chopped off.
like Ambulance, where it's just
And-
the wrong director for that script.
Yeah, and no, just like
We didn't need the movie
we didn't
again.
need. Yeah, and Nicole Kidman doing some sort of accent that
She's
I
like,
love.
Dorgan, but then like in the next one, she just speaks regular
Yeah,
English.
I love Nicole, so I was
all of them though. All of them. I feel like their accents were bad.
nobody
for all of them.
nobody was on the same page.
Nobody was at all. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's fine. It was slightly disappointing. I think Ricardo would probably be the one that would be all over it.
Yeah, I kind of like talked him down. I was like,
Did
wait,
you?
but this and
Yeah.
this. And
You
he's
chipped
like,
away at him?
I think we would have talked each other down.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
I think so. Is it my turn?
Well, let's move on. Yeah, go for it.
Another movie I saw. Oh, I think next in chronological order maybe is The Lost City.
Oh, the
Sandra Bullock
one.
and Channing Tatum.
That's one that I missed too. That I really wanted to watch.
I think that's also already on streaming, so you can
Yeah,
watch
it
that at
is,
home
yeah.
when you watch Sonic 2.
Yeah. So remember how we watched Uncharted, or what is the movie with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this movie is what that movie wanted to be, I think.
Yeah.
And even then, it was like a little disappointing. Like it was still funny enough, I guess, but it was just like, get on with it. I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect from the trailer.
Yeah.
Just it was all right. It was a good popcorn movie.
And that's what I mean. Honestly, that's why I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
Because that's what I wanted.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Not much to say.
Sandra Bullock is good. Channing Tatum's good.
They're both good.
Yeah.
Like
They both do their thing.
Do we see
They
anybody's
do.
butt?
yeah, we see Channing Tatum's butt, but I think
Ooh.
it's in the trailer. Isn't that a trailer?
They
I
hinted
don't know.
at it.
Yeah, we
Did
see
it?
his
Yeah.
full butt
Oh, yeah,
cheeks.
because I think he's got, leeches or
He's got
something in
leeches
the
on his
trailer?
butt, so
Yeah.
she has to take them off.
He's got leeches everywhere, I believe, in the trailer.
Yeah.
We need a new segment, butt watch. Do we get to see his butt?
Yeah. Basically, so Sandra Bullock is an author, right? I think
Yes.
that might be in the trailer. She's
Yeah.
an author, and she ends up getting kidnapped by Harry Potter because he knows that this thing she's been writing about is actually real, and it happens to be real because like the stuff is based on
Real
her
stuff.
research, because her dead husband was like an anthropologist or something, and so he was like studying ancient, I don't know what the hell, and so she's able to kind of crack the code of whatever and find the treasure.
What is it, like El Dorado? Is that what they're looking for? What are they looking for?
Yeah, they're looking for like
The Lost City of Gold?
yeah, the Lost
It's El
City of
Dorado.
Gold. Yeah. So
It looked fun.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch it, but
Yeah.
it's another one that
I mean, it's another one of those like watch it on a Friday night at home. Like,
Yeah.
It's the ones where you
I
can
mean, even
just
in the
disconnect.
theater, it might. It's just you
Yeah.
have the AMC thing. Like, just go watch it.
No, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know
It's
why.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't go, but I really wanted to.
So what was your...
I'm in.
Yeah, I don't think you had mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Hey everyone, this is Gino. I'm not in this episode, but I had to step in because this was going to run over 2 effing hours and decided it was better to split it up in 2 parts. So tune in next week for the rest of the movies.